What is up, family? Or better yet, aloha, family. I was reminded today of the beauty of that word. See, I'm going to remember it. So, alo means womb of the universe, and oha means like something about creation. So, alo and ha together, it's kind of like the divinity in me sees the divinity in you on the namaste tip. I was like, that's beautiful. And that sounds way more empowering than other options. So, aloha, familia. I hope you're having a serendipitous Sunday. I just finished an awesome movement session. Lately, I love sometimes just having like a dance and a boogie and not having to go anywhere because the gym could take a while and sometimes going places. And there's that story of, I don't have time. But I get the results that matter and I make time for what's important to me. So today I wanted to finish talking about some of the self-love that I was touching upon yesterday and make a couple quotes. So just in case you didn't tune in, two quotes that really had a profound transformation in my relationship of myself with myself, like in terms of like loving on myself and having a way better relationship, are one, treat yourself as a gentle object in order to be strong, by Julia Cameron. Fuego. That really had the shit for me when I heard that. And two, if you wouldn't say it to a 5-year-old, then don't say it to yourself. Because we all have a little 5-year-old inside. And it's really important that we speak nice and lovingly and encourage him and words of inspiration. And you're so awesome. And when he falls, he gets back up. It's okay, buddy. Good job. Good job. And cultivating that relationship with him feels way better and leads to better results. And then I ended up finishing the video asking two questions. So one of them was, what is the most important human relationship you have? Okay, you got it. And the next one is, who is your biggest, worst enemy? Cool. So now that we got that settled, also something that came to mind to share is like Jordan Peterson in his book 12 Rules for Life. There's one of the chapters, and that's a great book, especially for people that are stuck and like looking to find their ethos, and they're like, yo, what is this for? Like, why do I get up in the morning? Like, what's the deal? That book is awesome. And one of the chapters in the book is treat yourself like someone you love. Treat yourself like someone you love. And he goes on to say, like, I say like a lot. I used to say like a lot, but I'm getting better about it. So I declare right here, right meow, minimizing the likes that come out of my mouth. And so he talks about how easy it is to take care of your dog. So say your dog needs some medication because he or she has something up. You will happily give your dog the medication on time every day like clockwork because you love your dog. But why is it that if and when you get something akin to medication, it's so easy to kind of slip and not take it? And we'll say good medication, forget the big pharma talk. Just say something that's good for you, and yet you don't do it. Like, what is that all about? Why is it so much easier for us to lend a helping hand to someone, to really go to the depths of the sea a lot of times to help people in our lives? But then when we require a little help, it's like, we can't be bothered. What's that about? I know for me, I had like about a 10-year period where 95% of the time I was like really depressed state, low energy, hard time getting out of bed, overeating, overblazing, like, And a lot of times I would be like in a dark hole of, like, metaphorically speaking, and I knew the next step would be to do something small, and I'm like, I don't want to do it, or I can't do it, or if I do it, maybe I'm gonna need to keep doing it, and I don't know if I could do that. And I think that's what it really came down to. Like, I didn't think I was worth the required effort that it took to get out of that hole. So in a way, like, I'd give up before even starting. And like a thing that helped me shift that would be in moments when I'm like, all right, it's time to get up and make like lemon water in the morning, which I know is good for me, but sometimes it seemed like a lot of work. And then I didn't feel like it, and I'd hear a little voice, and then I'd also bring in the, I love myself. Like, I'm gonna do this because I love myself. And this little piece of self-loving, being making lemon water in the morning, is me affirming that I love myself, that I'm worthy of all the finer, beautiful things. And if it doesn't start here, where? Like, if I can't make water, lemon in the morning, which takes 5 minutes, like, how am I gonna do all the other things? So that was a nice little tool that helped me in my moments of toughness. Is I love myself. Almost like Mel Robbins. Like, there's this lady, she has a 5-second rule that whenever you think of doing something, you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just do it. No lollygagging, no nothing. And in the same way, like, I love myself could be a little mantra to, like, just get up, get emotion, and do it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I wanted to share a couple more little tactical how-tos. One thing, too, is like writing a journal. It's so nice to be able to see on paper, like, keeping score of what's what. And then you get to, like, see what works and what doesn't work. Otherwise, it's so easy to continue with not empowering behaviors or not self-love and kind of just be in this, like, amnesia state where, like, next thing you know, weeks, months, years pass by and you're like, yo, what's happening with my life? What's going on? And having a journal helps keep track of that. And then for sure, talking to people, like, I've seen so many times, like, for example, me, overeating is something I used to kind of deal with, like, overeating, eating junk, and then feeling like shit after, and it would just start this snowball effect. And I realized when I started sharing that with people, like, I used to feel guilty and shame around it, you know, kind of like, damn, I can't even control myself. Like, what's up? I'm supposed to be an adult. And then I realized that when I shared with people, all of a sudden, it took the charge away. When I would just be open about it, yeah, man, I just overate. I got a stomach ache. I'm not feeling good. Like, just giving it voice, presencing it, like the elephant in the room, all of a sudden, it took the charge away. And it was like, I didn't feel so guilty and shameful. And it paved the way for me to make progress in that territory. So those are a couple of thoughts on self-love. I'd love to hear what breakthroughs y'all have had in your life that have helped you on your self-love journey. Any ideas, any books, anything? Because I really think there's like an epidemic of sorts of not strong love people embodying. And one of the ways that we're going to bring in this new paradigm, this new earth, and this new epocha that's on upon us is by each of us doing the internal work, right? How we can ascend to like the fifth dimension and all this if we can't even like love up on ourselves and make lemon water in the morning or deal with our stuff and not do no spiritual bypass and like out of sight, out of mind, but really being with our shit, like deep in it in order to transmute it. That's a whole other convo, but we've been studying that in school right now. I'm getting my master's in transpersonal psychology and it is fire. And one of the readings today was talking about that, how like we need to go down in order to go up. If you try to grow up and not deal with the shit that you have below you, it's only going to hold you back. And later on, you're going to have to deal with it anyway. And it's going to be even worse because the universe does not give any free passes. And whenever you're trying to beat it in some way by not facing something that you get to face on your journey, trust it will come knocking at your door at 5 a.m, crack of dawn. So deal with it right here, right meow. And that is a really good topic to talk about soon. But for now, let's cut this short. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I feel like this is the beginning of something special inside viscerally. And I appreciate y'all being along for the journey. And I would love to hear some feedback. Let me know what you felt, what you didn't feel, what I could vibe more on. Because for me, this is a great testing ground to start seeing and fine-tuning my message for the big stages and big screens. So I really appreciate y'all giving me some feedback, even some things that y'all would like to see or talk about or comments of what's really helped you on your self-love journey. I'm open to receive abundance in all its forms, to include feedback from you. Yes, you. Hashtag Uncle Sam, but the good kind. And in closing out, just in case you forgot, always and always you have permission to shine.